Hey guys, my name is Artem Samoilov. I am CEO of futsalico.com. In this video I will tell you some basic stuff about formation 3-1-2 in 7 versus 7 mini football. We have 3 defenders: left defender, central defender and the right defender. We have a midfield player who's gonna be the transitional player. He's gonna drop back into defense and he's gonna join the attack. And we have 2 forwards, 2 strikers. In order to play this kind of formation, you have to have at least one very good defender, and it's better if you put him in a central defender position. And you have 2 left and right defender, 2 defenders on the wings. These guys on the flanks, both wing defenders, they are going to be the key point in this formation, because they are going to join the attack very often. They will spread the play. They will make the combinational play for us better. In order to play in the central defender position, you have to have a player with a good height, ability to play headers a lot. He has to have be the most experienced player in your team. This is basically your best defender. Of course, he's gonna have to be able to pass the ball well, and the first touch, of course, is very important for him, because he under pressure he has to be able to get the ball under control in 1, maximum 2 touches. The players on the wings, these wing defenders, they may not be that tall. They have to have good speed, of course, good tackling. They have to have a pretty good passing skill. As a bonus, it would be good for them to have a shot, to shoot very often from the distance. When they join the attack, the opportunity will create itself at some point, and they have to be able to shoot from distance well. And of course, for them, one of the main their skills is crossing skill, because when they are joining the attack on the flank, they're also gonna cross the ball into this goalkeeper area very often. The next player is our midfield player. He's gonna create a transition from defense to attack for us, so he has to have a good first touch, good passing skill. He has to be able to read the game well. He has to be pretty, I would say, pretty unselfish. This is very important for him. He has to be able to pass the ball, to decide whether to pass the ball forward or to pass the ball back, and then offer himself for the pass in a free space. So he's gonna make our transition from defense to attack combinational. So he has to have this first touch passing, and he has to be able to run a lot. I mean, he has to have a very good stamina, because he's gonna drop back into defense a lot, and he's gonna join the attack. So the distance he's gonna cover is gonna be very, very big. So this is gonna be the whole midfield area. And he's gonna also drop back to more to the flanks also at some point. So the stamina for him is very important. So the next 2 guys we have here, 2 strikers. They should have a very good shooting skill, certainly good passing skill, because since there are 2 up front, there should be good understanding between them, and that means they're gonna pass the ball to each other a lot. They will also involve in the play this midfield player, so basically at some point they're gonna be attacking, plus these guys will join the attack at some point. So basically they're gonna be passing the ball to all of them. So these 2 strikers have to be able to get involved in this combinational play, and they should be ready to play undirect football. That's why they should have this passing skill on a pretty good level. Okay, so now let's see how we defend in this formation. Is when the opponent is attacking us, we drop back, certainly, and these 3 defenders, they go towards the middle a little bit, so they stay compact. This midfield player drops back and is like 3, 4, 5 meters in front of central defender. Two strikers, they also drop back like this under this middle line, not far away from the central midfielder. And when the ball is on this side of the court, midfield player stands basically between this right and central defender, and this right striker, he drops back to help to cover this player with the ball, but he doesn't go with this player with the ball until the end. If he drops back here, then this player goes to cover him, and this player covers central zone, this one here, right? So this player basically covers when the player with the ball, when this player is around here, and then he just retreats and stands here, right? At this point, our left striker also drops back here, and he doesn't go too far away to cover this player, because the objective of opponent's team when they attack is to spread us out, is to spread our defense. This is why they are playing very wide, so we don't follow them there wide. We just stay compact, but we keep an eye on our players, right? You can see that each player is covered by each player. Each of your players will have his zone, and at the same time he has to cover his own player. When the player he's covering is getting out of this zone, he should let it go, and he should just let this player face another teammate. Of course, your teammate at this point should be able to actually cover the player with the ball in that area. But this comes with good understanding between players. This comes with experience. So when the ball is in the middle, then this player goes into the middle like this. This one drops back to the middle, and this one also, left striker, drops back into the middle like that. So again, we stay compact. You can see that all the zones are covered. When the pass goes here, then again this player goes out a little bit. This player, midfield player, goes here. This player drops back here, and our right defender drops a little bit closer to the center to stay compact. When this player goes here, for example, this player, midfield player, takes cover, and this player drops back into the middle like this to cover this player of the opponent. When we attack, first of all, we want to be playing very wide, right? When we defend, we are compact towards the middle. When we are attacking, we are wide, so we have more space to work with the ball. Midfield player is around this middle circle here. Your wing players, your wing defenders are going forward a little bit like that, and your strikers are going forward like that. So you can see that the whole geometry of this formation is very well, and the player with the ball will always have at least 2 or 3 opportunities to pass the ball. So when the ball is here, there is 1, 2, 3 opportunities. When the ball is here, there's 1, 2, 3 opportunities. The ball is here, there is more, of course, and the ball is here, 1, 2, 3. At least 2 or 3 players are always going to be open for us if we keep it this way. Remember that these guys, they should be switching positions like that. So basically they are going and looking for this open space, and at some point when defenders which are covering them lose their positioning, maybe there is at some point an open space up front for this player or this player to run into and to try to shoot a goal or take a cross, for example, to the far post. Right? So these guys, they should join the attack, but they should do it very wisely. If it's covered, they don't go too forward. If there is a free space, then they try to run into. And at this point, if they are If, for example, if we're attacking through this left flank and our left defender goes forward, then the central midfield player has to drop back a little bit here, and central defender has to go a little bit to the left, like that, right? So we keep the geometry of the play well. If the ball is on the right, for example, if the ball is on the right and this player joining the attack, then central defender goes here, this midfield player goes here, and this left defender goes a little bit to the center. So again, we have a good geometry, and this player will always have 2 or 3 opportunities to pass the ball, 2 or 3 options. So these are the basics of how to play this 3-1-2 formation. This is pretty balanced formation. It's good in defense because we have 3 defenders, and it's pretty good in an offense. But you should keep an eye on these 2 players so they don't go too much forward and don't lose their positioning and don't actually open a lot of free space at the back. Okay, so if you like the video, hit like button on YouTube, send your questions to info@futsalecho.com, try description of this video for free stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.